because we are live streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Twitch is one of our newer platforms that we joined, and we are streaming. So we are streamers now on Twitch. And shout out to StreamYard for making it all possible. And thank you again to YouTube who allows us to be the best that we are here on this channel. And if you found your way to this channel, we are live from Las Vegas with
Let's
your
go.
thoughts with Yokie Cruz. And good evening, Yokie.
Good evening, everybody. Shout out to you too. Let's go.
Let's go. It has been I it's a lot going on. Like right now, it's just about 10 o'clock p.m. On the West Coast. And if you're watching our show live, that means that you're not watching the I Gotta Hit radio show. So this is a recorded show. You can always come back and watch it. You can always catch the live show too. But I Gotta Hit radio on Instagram, and I Gotta Hit radio show on wait, I'm sorry. It's Urban 702 on Instagram, and I Gotta Hit radio show on Facebook. And that's 8 to 11 p.m. on Monday nights with your boy Wilmon and one of my associates for years. And so you guys can catch all that, or you can go to my page on Instagram, Flower from Facebook, and check out the recap there if you're an artist and if get to know the artist. But again, we are here tonight. Your thoughts with Yokie Cruz live show from Las Vegas, and Yokie has some thoughts tonight.
Yes, man.
Yokie be having these thoughts. She be thinking. She thinks a lot, and she's really logical. And she sees through people, and she sees through situations. And Yokie is an actress, entrepreneur. She is has so much going on. She has a whole crew there in Vegas that's doing live shows, artist entertainment. She owns a security firm. I mean, this lady right here, I see her and she's always active. She's always doing something. She's always got people in the mix, moving around and grooving. And now she's here with us tonight. And yeah, so tell the people hi and take it away, Miss Yoki.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? I'm in Las Vegas, right? Your thoughts with Yoki, y'all out here and about here. Talk to me, I talk back. Thank you, Miss Flower, for introducing me. Anyway, we got crazy going crazy in this bitch, right? And shout out to YouTube. Thank you for letting me fucking do my show over here. And you know how Yoki is, you know what I'm saying? But make the story short. Let's get to the elevation, motivation, and prosperity. Let the universe work on itself because at the meantime, in between time, in the same time, we got a lot of fucking potential out here in Vegas. I actually shout out to Malik. You know what I'm saying? We're doing a show, actually a film named Truck Driver, and I really want to put a lot of people on my podcast right now. My phone is tripping in the motherfucker, but appreciate you, Miss Flower, for keeping up with me for a couple of these years. And all I want to tell everybody is keep it motivated. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the drama, fuck the bullshit. If you're really about that life, you gotta know how to live life to know life. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can tell me shit, but if you're not about it, you're not about it. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna start this show right now with motivation, prosperity, and love. How about that? I'm gonna put it all on Miss Flower. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I've been working with Miss Flower for a long time. We had a tribulation in life, but the tribulation in life is just like we can overcome that. You know what I'm saying? So, make the story short. I've been doing the podcast for a minute, and some of you motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. And we gotta motivate everybody in the industry. It's just like it's crazy out here. You know what I'm saying? For the simple fact that you don't know how to live the life, to tell me what life is crazy. It's crazy. I actually been sick for a minute, about 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I had to change my pacemaker and all that shit. I'm not gonna get to that part, but shout out to Money Over Everything. You know what I'm saying? Mo,
Big shout out
I
to
shout
Mo
out to
over
you.
money
You know
and
what I'm
over
saying? We
everything
got good
entertainment.
connection,
You
Miss
got
Flower.
to. They are about to be out here in LA and Cali
Yes,
next
ma'am.
weekend. They're about to be with Compton AV over at the All Star Weekend. Uh, it's kind of exciting to see my Vegas peers
Boom.
mixing with my California peers. And so yeah, so
2026 is
that's gonna
booming.
be a big that's gonna be a big thing. And money over Mo has over money over everything has been all over the place. He is sends the motivational quotes every day. If you in his network, he is like he just did the freaking interview with Lamar. He just was all over the place. Like he's popping, yeah. So you guys go check
Yes,
out.
ma'am.
Go shout out to him.
Yes, ma'am. Shout out to Bonneville, you know what I'm saying? 702. Shout out to Boss Daddy. You feel me? I've been working with Boss Daddy for a minute. I ain't tapping with him for a minute, but shout out with 88.1. Shout out with 702. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing a good goddamn job. You know what I'm saying? But I want to shout out for Inaya Lamis and Lakia. They my homegirls, you know what I'm saying? They booming right now. And I actually got two DJs with me, but they don't want to show up, right? So we're just gonna leave that shit alone. But tune in, you feel me? And shout out to Pork and Torn. Shout out to Classic Jewel. Shout out to you, Miss Flower. You know what I'm saying? You've been loyal to me. We had ups and downs. You know, I've been going crazy here and there, but hey, it's
Hey,
life.
that's how it's just how it
It's
goes.
life.
This is how it
You know
goes.
what I'm saying? It's life.
So tell us a little bit more about this movie. You have a film coming, a movie you're gonna be filming.
I actually doing a film with Warner Videos. The grass isn't greener, and the truck driver. I don't have no details right now, but I just signed a contract, and hopefully this shit go well. You know, I'm a model host and an actress. I appreciate everybody that's supporting Yokie Cruz. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a lot of viewers, but hopefully we gonna get the content go up high. You know what I'm saying? But
You know what it's about for me? I really believe that if you keep making content, eventually the views will come in, right? Because really, what
mhm,
it's about is just particularly getting your information out there. The more information you get out there, the more people can hear it, the more access to it they'll have. I think it's really important to build a program before you promote a program. So,
yep,
people can run all this promotion. They can go spend all the money. They can go get the cameras, the background, the building, do it with it. And then they have like two episodes, and now you're waiting for a new episode each time. I would much rather stumble upon a page and be able to look back over content for the past year and see a bunch of different things and a bunch of different videos, and that's all new to me, rather than have to follow with a page and just be waiting for the new drop. Like there's people that I follow, or that I think that some of their content is interesting, And I'm always finding new content. There's always something that's hidden, something that's popping up. So I imagine that eventually, when we start breaking some of these podcasts down into shorts and into clips and things like that, it'll start generating a little bit more. And, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Yes, ma'am.
Occupational shout. Cheapyourstreambow.com. Move this thing.
So, I actually got two good DJs coming up on my live, right?
Okay.
It's not today, it's not tomorrow, but I'm trying to convince them to go on live, right?
Okay, so
They're actually
so
doing the DJ on Pump and Torn. And, uh,
is one of the DJs Jackie?
not Jackie, but I really want to put him on the goddamn video, but he over here pressing me out. You feel me? But I'm not even gonna put them on live right now.
So is he like a silent DJ? Like he doesn't
No,
have to be known as a DJ? Like
show your face. Come on.
I ain't scared of no motherfucking ghost.
Oh shit. Tell them who you is.
I'm the
see
first
that clear, but
DJ from Las Vegas. I'm born and raised here. I DJ.
that is that but that's your DJ name, DJ from Las Vegas?
My DJ name is DJ Gigolo.
Okay. How are you tonight?
I'm doing just fine, thank you. And I'm at the Ghost Sports Bar in Las Vegas. I've been
Ghost
doing this
Sports Bar?
Ghost Sports Bar. Yes, ma'am. The GOAT. The GOAT.
Go sports bar.
Okay, because I was like, okay, yeah, I've been up to. I was like, gotta say, I've been up to Ghost Bar a few times. When my DJ from Palm Springs is there, but I don't think I've been to the Goat Sports Bar, so I will have to check that out when I'm in town.
Yes, you do. It's on Sahara and Valley View. It's near the strip.
That's my area over there off of Valley View. I had an office over there when I was working for 1-800 Las Vegas. I used to go to the little casino that's over there off of like Sirius.
Yes, right. I know where you at. And that's
Yeah,
why,
yeah.
and I'm there on an afternoon type of thing. I'm there on a Sunday, and more days to be announced. I'm just starting there
I
because I
like it. Well, we're gonna try to pack the house, so you keep Yoki informed on the days, and we're gonna try to drive the patronage over there in the afternoon.
it's gonna be good on Sunday. It's about 1 o'clock. We go from one until.
Like that, and then from there, so that's the new thing, everybody. We doing the goat lounge, we doing the goat bar in the afternoon from about 1 o'clock, and then after that, we going over to the Cork and Thorn
Yes, ma'am.
late night for the late night. Yeah.
He actually over there when you was there.
Okay. So I think that I did meet you.
Yep, you sure did.
Meeting so many people. It's crazy because, like, when I go back and think of all the people that I meet through life, and I be knowing them in real life, and so when I be seeing people online, I don't even be realizing sometimes it's the same people because everybody got different names online. They got different call names and stuff, and so it just be so interesting. And then that I run into people in person again afterwards, and they'll be like, "Oh well, such and such and such and such. I commented on your page." I'll be like, "Oh shit!" I don't even put two and two together sometimes. I be feeling so crazy, but then I have to remember that I really know most of these people on my friends list, and that are my people in person. Like I've met them in person to begin with, and exchanged information. A lot of people, they don't have that. It goes back and forth. You know, this newer age thing seems to have um sorry, this seems to
Alright.
have you're good. The newer generation seems to have this advantage on the online. They know how to meet people online, they know how to talk to people online, like they're really meeting people directly online. when I was coming up, we didn't have online. We had to go out in the world. You had to be outside. You had to really talk to people and meet people and figure out how to exchange information or how you was going to see them again. Like, do you know how many people you just met and hung out with, and then like you never knew if you was going to see them again? And then when you would see them at another concert or another event or whatever, and you would be like, oh shit. And you would you would start to feel, like a lot of the relationships, a lot of the legends in the music business and things like that started like that. A lot of the people and the fans and the friendships over the years, we didn't have the internet. There was no way to like someone's post or reach out and talk to them. You had to really be out there on the grind, hand to hand, mouth, word of mouth. You had to know where an event was going to be. You had to show up. It's so different in today's time. And I can't tell if it's good or bad. Like, I feel like it's got its advantages, but it definitely has disadvantages. I like being online. I like being able to talk here on YouTube. I like being able to know that anybody can come across my video and hear my voice or check us out, um type of thing. So I always try to be thoughtful of that when I'm talking, but I really like the in-person part of things. I like going out, and when I'm out, people coming up to me and telling me that they know who I am, or reminding me that they saw me here and knew me from here, or just saying hi. And I appreciate it over the years.
Mhm.
Um, a lot of celebrities get away from that because they have so many people coming at them. Then they have so much of their business people moving this way or moving them that way, and it it really reminds me the simplicity of being able to be like a local artist, or like at a capacity where you're free, where you don't have to abide by a signed contract and have to go here, go here, go here for 15 minutes, go here for 15 minutes, where you can really relax with your people. You can catch a vibe. You can zone out. You can go to the after hours. You can and pop up here, pop up there. Um, so yeah, but I like the mixture too. How do you feel about the difference? Let's say you've been in Vegas your whole time, DJ, and you how do you feel about the difference in mixture of people, or do you not even notice it because you're really just showing up to a venue and vibing out with whoever's there?
Yeah, well, I do notice you can do nothing but notice it. They coming from all over. Vegas is one big melting pot. You get a wave of people over the course of months, sometime over years. Like right now, it's like everybody I'm meeting is from Chicago. You
Isn't
know,
that crazy? There's
yeah,
a flux of people from Chicago here all of a sudden. Yes.
yeah. You always have, our Cali folks here because we West Coast. So Cali's always in the house.
Vegas,
And
California, Nevada. Hmm.
and I look at a lot of comments on social media, and a lot of them have they say these Las Vegas people are weird. And then I comment, I go, you're meeting the wrong people. You're meeting the youngsters that don't really know and understand what networking is all about, you
Yeah.
know, and they're finding out who they really are. You get a lot of that, and I tell them you got to meet the right ones, because all of us that are born and raised here, all our people are from the country, so we got country roots in us, I mean,
Yeah.
we raised up in this city, but we ain't city people, you know what I mean? Um, I remember renting ballrooms and renting hotel rooms and throwing parties in those hotels before they had.
Okay. When we used to be able to have a whole party just from renting a couple rooms.
That's right. And all of a sudden, when this urban money started being money, when it was money all the time, now they want to put a club in the hotel. Then they want to push us out. You
Yeah.
know,
And then they
and
want to charge us instead of just letting us host the night and bring in the money. They want to charge us like we having an event for thousands of dollars and having to recoup before we even make anything.
Oh yeah, they got a million twists and turns, but you know what? I respect it. I respect the fact that their grind is different. You can learn from their grind. You know, that's something that we grasp a hold of. We grasp a hold of the youngsters because they're going to take it to a level that we didn't think about because they already see what we're doing. So they're always trying to do something different, you know. And
Yeah.
when you're an OG at this game, you have to pay attention to where the youngsters are headed with it because they're out there at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway doing the EDC and they're having 200,000 people coming, you know.
Man, that's what I mean. It's like a whole these festival. Now, I grew up watching Coachella turn into what it is,
Mm,
when it was a little festival. It wasn't, I mean, a few things here and there. And now it's the whole festival network has taken over. But you know what? I will tell you this. Um my daughter's age is about 24, 20, like 24, 25-ish, right? They're aware. Like they're aware they're being ripped off. You've got a lot of them that are like, this is not cool. We're standing outside for hours in the sun. There's nowhere to sit. The waters are $15. We can't take our bag. Like there's nowhere. You can't have a backpack. You can't have, like these kids are actually figuring it out. The festival run had a nice good 10, 15 year run. But
yeah.
I think it's changing because there's too many casualties happening, and they're realizing that they're being ripped off.
Yeah.
There's no reason why a bottle of water should be 15 fucking dollars.
Hey, they're gonna take advantage of the event, you know, and then they're out there for 3 days
Yeah.
doing that stuff out here, and then and they had to change the times because they were out there, and it was almost summertime. It was 100 and some degrees. People were passing out. So now it's a little earlier in the year. Oh, it's a hot mess, but
They
they
shut down
still.
Lovers and Friends last year. They shut down the Soul Festival in Vegas last year.
Yep, yeah. Vegas is something else. They're about that paper in a real way, and but you know, I remember there was a time when they frowned down on the whole entertainment hip hop scene. You know,
Yeah.
when they realized how much money twisted up in it. Oh, they're with it. You know, uh,
Yeah. Vegas has always been interesting for the indie artists because of how the strip and the casinos drive their big shows, right? So
yeah,
it was always like you felt like I remember there was a few years where there was bands, there was artists, and it was like they were coming from other places. We'd book them on a small show, and they thought they were coming and playing on some large, venue or stage, and but you're looking at them also like, but nobody's ever heard of you. Like,
yeah,
like it takes time to get in those rooms and get on those shows to get the right placement, all of those things, right? And
yeah.
and it's been interesting to watch the culture grasp at that and start really turning these restaurants into venues at night, and these little lounges, and being able to do business and say, hey, let us bring a comedy show, or let us bring a DJ, and let us, give us a night to work with. Here in Palm Springs, it's similar, but on a smaller scale. They never allowed us to have any R&B, any hip hop, any rap,
Hmm.
anything going on. It's always been mainstream, top 40. You have your like you said, like kind of your EDC type, vibes on one end, um, but slowly but surely they're allowing us to also do things like that. It's really nice to watch the open mic nights. It's nice to watch the networking. It's really cool to watch um everybody doing their art and their stuff, I think.
It really is, and I'm fortunate enough that I've got a niece You know, she's in business. She's an accomplished actress, and she did shows like she was the star on True Blood. Uh,
Okay.
she she was on Queen Sugar. She's on The Last of Us currently. Her name is
Yeah.
Rutina. Shout out to my niece Rutina Wesley. You know, she went to Juilliard grad and made her own B movie at first. Then Oprah picked her up for Queen Sugar, and HBO Films they picked her up for True Blood. She was on there for 8 seasons. You know, you know who she is when you see her. You know.
Yeah, that's amazing. And we love that. I just, like it's so nice to see ourselves represented on bigger screens and bigger rooms.
Yes, and through her is where we get a lot of our networking. We get into places we couldn't properly get in until
Yeah.
her name mentioned because she's an accomplished actress. And but when it comes to the music scene here in Vegas, it's booming. But we just got to find other innovative ways. We need to do a super fest or something. We need to rent out the Thomas and Mack or T-Mobile and get 20 DJs to do similar what LA would do when there was Uncle Jam's Army back in the day. They would have
Uh-huh.
they would have what 50,000, 100,000 people in the Superdome over there. You know,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah,
something
I
like that.
agree. It's time for something really big on the smaller independent local artist scene.
That's what it's time for. Because by doing something like that, you're going to bring people together side by side that normally don't see each other, and that's where a lot of networking happens. You know, and
Yeah.
that's what needs to happen here. In other words, we need to make a crew. We need to make a crew of DJs where everybody's on the same page, even with the rappers, even with the singers, because people will start vibing with each other who they don't even know and realizing that their styles are similar. And then when one person makes a mega hit, then everybody's on. You know?
Yeah, we discuss that a lot when we come down to things. I always bring back to like everybody in the 90s was very popular because everybody was in each other's songs and videos and movies. You had, you had the pop star with the rapper, with the actress, with the popular meme person back in the day, the commercial, and you had everybody. Everybody was around and everybody and popped up in everybody's stuff. And so you were excited to watch the next video to see who, what, when, where, and why.
Yeah. It's fascinating what the future can bring. It's
Yeah.
again, sky's the limit.
Yeah, there's some big major moves going on in Vegas right now with movies and music. Definitely there's some bigger names and players coming in. So I'm hoping that they really open it up to some of the long-term you know, spokespeople for Vegas on these subjects that the input can be put, like you said, and be able to have something and bring something that's bigger, and by ways of like you said, they have the lovers and friends, they have the EDC, they have the date, they have all that, but those are not those are not the culture. Like those are those big mega business festival people throwing a concert.
Absolutely. They're
It's not a cultured event where the culture is putting on the event.
right. They're
That
trying
is
to
a very structured money. There's a lot of money that goes, and money is thrown at everything to produce what it is. We're working with people.
right. They're monopolizing the market is what they're trying to do. And that's what they do here in Las Vegas. If they see that it's lucrative, then you have to make sure that you're ready to be on your grind. Because when those corporate people get a hold of it, you're going to get forced out. And
Yeah.
they've got this big motion picture studio coming up in Vegas too now.
Yes.
Like, yeah, they're getting ready to make lots of movies here, and lots of movies that brings about another element of hip hop because you're going to have
Yes.
artists that's going to get on these soundtracks and all this type of stuff. It's
That's
coming.
right. Because for
Yeah.
the past 10 years, that has been a very big drive. What I always advise our younger artists and things, stop trying to make an album. Nobody wants to hear your album. Nobody knows who you are. All you need is two great songs on one of these movies, and
And
then
you're
people will then find out who you are, and then have your album to back that, have music available to back that. But nobody's just picking up your album anymore and saying, oh, hey, let me listen to these 16 songs that are, I don't know you.
that's
But
right.
if I hear, do you know, but there's so many times I'm listening to one of these movies and I'm like, oh man, that beat is hard. What did they say? And I'll rewind it. And then I'll look for the credit to credit that song and look for that song. Then I'll look up the artist and, so yeah, um, it's been that way. Definitely. That is a good way to get, and you're getting placement. So you're getting money, you're getting paid,
Hmm.
when you're placed in these movies instead of just trying to, hope an album streams or sales.
Right, right. You have to get out there. See, and getting on a movie soundtrack is like just getting your song played on the radio, but to the 10th power. You see,
Yeah.
because you can get a lot of people to watch a very popular movie. You see, and they'll watch just that particular.
Love the riff.
But uh, uh, you have to stay connected with the radio station because that's something people do while they're just cleaning their house or driving down the street in their car.
Yes.
You know? And
Yes,
that's
radio today is still very, very, very big.
yes,
Hmm.
radio will always be big. That's where a lot of people get their chance to be heard is the radio. You see, and I was a radio DJ in the '80s.
Yeah.
On 88.1, and I started mix shows in the '80s on radio on 88.1. So and I still am kind of connected with them, even though I'm getting ready to slide into another radio station that's up and coming in Las Vegas. You have to stay connected to the radio station. That's
Yes.
the only way you're going to get your material heard. You
Yes,
know, with-
indeed.
without passing out CDs and stuff all on the street. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, when I was younger, I used to sit in at the local radio stations all the time and just talk in the background and chit chat and chatter, background noise. And it was just one of those things where I just had, you stay relevant, you stay moving around, you stay, making sure your information gets where it needs to go. And then I also encourage people, when we're, like we're saying, there's big movie studios that are coming. And I encourage people to apply to these movie houses as the person you are. So you don't have to necessarily go audition for a role for whatever. No, if you're a comedian, then apply to these movie houses as a comedian. Like you are your character and can be cast in a film as your Vegas character. They're going to be filming movies in Vegas about Vegas. So
Yes,
this
right.
is our time to be yourself in the character. If you're a street performer on Fremont, go let the movie houses and the writers and the casting people know that you're a street performer on Vegas. Now they might cast you for something else, but 9 times out of 10, when they go to do local casting and background casting and things, you're going to get casted because your character is valid and people can identify with it. They can come to Vegas and actually see you on the street performing. That
Absolutely.
sells money.
You never know who's watching and where they're going to see you at. So you have to get out there everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of
And
people
not
do.
just get out there and not just get out there and not just tell people your Instagram. There is, if you go, speaking of Instagram, and again, I'm going to get a lot better at these, having scan codes and links available as I move on in these series with these interviews. But Trap LA. The Trap LA has these digi cards. They're running a special right now. It's like $100 for 100 cards. plus monthly promotion for the month or whatever it is, or like some reposts. But these digi cards, because a lot of times too, people are networking and they're spending all this time networking and talking, and there might be given somebody their Instagram, or they might connect over here or say, hey, hit me up over here, but they're missing opportunities to get their actual information in front of people, and that information then gets in front of other people, having access to your website, having access to a product that you have available. People are in such a convenient state of mind. They're not necessarily going to remember that they linked up with you and they found your page on Facebook. You got to like give them a reason to put it in their hand.
Yeah, you got to sell yourself. But
Yeah.
I appreciate your time here with me. You're very knowledgeable. I see you really know what you're talking about. Thank you, Yoki, for putting me on with
You're welcome.
this.
Yeah, we'll have to chop it up again in person. Like I said, let us know the other nights that you're gonna take over, over there at the new spot, and we will get people and start pushing the drive for the afternoons over to the Goat Lounge bar.
And you can come through. You can come through on a Thursday night too, as well.
Okay. So
And you'll
Sundays and Thursdays so far in the afternoons, you're gonna go listen to the sounds by our new DJ friend, and yeah, and then I'll chop it up with you when I come to Vegas next, and we'll sit down and have us an in person.
absolutely. I look forward to it.
Good to talk to you tonight.
You too.
Hey Yoki,
What's happening? What's happening?
give us some thoughts, Yoki.
Stay motivated. Stay positive. We go through a lot of tribulation in life. 2026 is a whole new year. I'm going through shit. You know what I'm saying? Like always. You know what I'm saying? Who don't? But I just want to let everybody know, don't hate but support. You feel me? I'm
Yeah,
not
we're
even
on that.
gonna
We're
stay
on
a lot
that.
longer in this podcast because I had enough, and I have another shit going on. But hey, shout out to you too. Shout out to you, Miss Flowers. Shout out to Money Over Everything, 88.1. 88 Power, you know what I'm saying? 702 Boss Daddy, Crazy Crazo. Let's get this shit popping. You feel me? I'm not even gonna stay long. Like I said, you heard what you said. I mean, I got my DJ over here. Everybody wanna get an appointment? Tap in with my live. Tap in with my inbox. Tap in with Miss Flower. Lady E, shout out to you. Shout out to King Vibe. Shout out to King J Malik. And shout out to A McGee Protection Services. I appreciate you a lot, Miss
Shout
Flower.
out to Showbiz, and shout out to Jackpot, and shout out
Yes,
to all of our Vegas affiliates. And this has been Your Thoughts with Yoki Cruz. We are in our fourth season already.
yes, ma'am.
And you can catch us on YouTube. And it's the Coachella Valley Concierge. And you can go down to the playlists and you will find all of the videos there with Your Thoughts with Yoki Cruz.
Let's get it popping. Have a good night, y'all.
Like, subscribe, and share. Ring.